In today's world, military power is not solely defined by the largest armies or the biggest economies. There are many countries investing heavily in their defense capabilities, yet their growing military might often goes under the radar. These nations are building formidable infrastructures, enhancing their technology, and expanding their influence. In this video, we'll explore the next top 10 rising military powers that aren't talked about much and what their strengths might be in the years to come. From advanced weaponry to strategic alliances, these nations are poised to play an increasingly important role on the global stage. Let's begin with Turkey. As a NATO member, Turkey already has significant military power, but it is often overshadowed by its larger allies like the United States and the United Kingdom. However, in recent years, Turkey has invested heavily in its defense sector, developing indigenous technologies such as drones and air defense systems. Its Bayraktar TB2 drones have been highly successful in conflicts like those in Syria and Libya, where they were used to devastating effect. Turkey is also modernizing its naval fleet, which is crucial given its strategic location on the Mediterranean and Black Seas. With a growing defense industry and increasing influence in regional conflicts, Turkey is a rising military power to watch. Next, we have Indonesia. Often overlooked in discussions of military strength, Indonesia is the largest country in Southeast Asia and has been quietly modernizing its military in recent years. Indonesia has one of the largest active military forces in the region and is investing heavily in naval and air force capabilities, essential for patrolling the vast archipelago that makes up its territory. The Indonesian government has set ambitious goals to improve its defense infrastructure, acquiring submarines, fighter jets, and warships. As tensions rise in the South China Sea, Indonesia's strategic importance and military growth will likely make it a key player in maintaining regional stability. Moving to the African continent, Egypt is another nation that is rapidly building its military strength. Egypt has long been one of the largest military forces in the Arab world, but recent developments have positioned it as one of the rising powers globally. Egypt's military modernization has included purchases of advanced fighter jets from France, missile defense systems from Russia, and a new naval fleet to secure its interests in the Mediterranean and Red Seas. Its large and experienced army, combined with modern equipment and infrastructure upgrades, makes Egypt a formidable military power in North Africa, with significant influence over regional geopolitics. Now, let's discuss Vietnam. Since the Vietnam War, the country has been quietly building one of the most capable militaries in Southeast Asia. Vietnam has been focused on modernizing its armed forces in response to growing tensions in the South China Sea, where it faces territorial disputes with China. Vietnam has upgraded its air defense systems, acquired submarines and warships from Russia, and improved its ground forces. The country's strategic location and growing military capabilities make it a key player in the region, especially as it strengthens its alliances with countries like the United States and India. Nigeria is another rising military power that often flies under the radar. As the most populous country in Africa and with a growing economy, Nigeria has been investing in its military to counter internal threats like Boko Haram and external security challenges. Nigeria's military is one of the largest in Africa, and the country has been acquiring modern weaponry from both Western and Eastern sources. It is also improving its naval capabilities to protect its oil-rich coastline and shipping routes. As Nigeria continues to grow economically, its military will likely become more influential in regional security dynamics. Another key player is Brazil. As the largest country in South America, Brazil has long had a sizable military, but recent developments have pushed it to modernize its forces even further. Brazil has focused on developing a domestic defense industry, producing its own armored vehicles, naval ships, and even fighter jets. Brazil's navy is particularly important, as it works to secure the South Atlantic and its offshore oil reserves. Brazil's military modernization, combined with its leadership in South America, positions it as one of the most important rising military powers in the region. Next on the list is Poland. Located on NATO's eastern flank, Poland has been investing heavily in its military in response to growing tensions with Russia. Poland has significantly increased its defense spending and is modernizing its air defense systems, acquiring advanced fighter jets from the United States, and upgrading its armored vehicle fleet. The Polish government is also focusing on expanding its military infrastructure, with new bases and training facilities to ensure readiness in case of conflict. Poland's role as a key NATO member and its growing military strength make it a crucial player in European defense. Let's talk about South Korea. While South Korea's military is often discussed in the context of its defense against North Korea, the country has been rapidly expanding its military capabilities beyond the Korean peninsula. South Korea's defense industry is now one of the largest in the world, producing advanced military equipment, including tanks, aircraft, and naval vessels. South Korea is also investing in missile defense systems and space-based technologies, aiming to become a leader in military technology. Its strategic alliances with the United States and Japan, combined with its growing military infrastructure, make South Korea a rising power in the Asia-Pacific region. Saudi Arabia is another rising military power that is often overlooked. The kingdom has one of the largest defense budgets in the world, and it has used its oil wealth to purchase some of the most advanced military equipment available. Saudi Arabia's air force is one of the most capable in the Middle East, with modern fighter jets and missile defense systems. The kingdom has also invested heavily in its navy and ground forces, as well as in military infrastructure to protect its borders and oil facilities. With its involvement in regional conflicts and growing military capabilities, Saudi Arabia is positioning itself as a key player in Middle Eastern security. Finally, we have Mexico. While Mexico is often not seen as a military power, the country has been quietly expanding its defense capabilities in recent years. Mexico's military is primarily focused on internal security challenges, such as drug cartels, but it is also investing in modernizing its navy and air force to secure its coastline and airspace. Mexico is also increasing its defense budget and acquiring new technology to improve surveillance and intelligence operations. As Mexico's economy continues to grow, its military strength will likely increase, particularly in regional security roles. These 10 nations may not always dominate the headlines when it comes to military power, but their investments in defense, strategic infrastructure, and modern technology are positioning them as the next rising military powers. From Turkey's drone technology to Vietnam's naval capabilities, these countries are strengthening their militaries in ways that will shape global security in the years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on global military powers and strategic developments. Let us know in the comments which country surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.